to make sure that so we've already talked about approach versus avoidant goals, right? We've talked about how who sets the goal matters and how if it's you, it's better, right? If you have some ownership over your targets. The third thing is to make sure that you're setting goals when you're in the same psychological and physiological state as the one you'll be in when you're actually pursuing the goal. Because we tend to have what are known as, this is again, IL at Fishbox work, we tend to have empathy gaps between our present day selves and our future selves. And that empathy gap can lead us to be very compassionate towards 4 p.m. on Sunday, watching TV, Maya, right? And 6 a.m. Maya, who I hope is going to be at the gym, killing herself with a really high intensity interval set or whatnot. And so if it is 4 p.m. on Sunday, probably not the best time for you to say, I'm going to go to the gym every day, 6 a.m. If you actually are at the gym at 6 a.m. and you are feeling viscerally the physiological pain, the psychological pain of having gotten up really early to do the workout, then it's reasonable for you to set that goal. But it's kind of the opposite of they say, don't go to the supermarket hungry, right? Mm-hmm. Actually, in this situation, you want to be in exactly the same physiological and psychological state you'll be in when you're in goal pursuit. It'll make it much more likely that you set reasonable goals and you actually reach them. The second thing that you might want to think about is, so I don't know about you, Andrew, but I feel like I'm a goal purist by nature. So when I set a goal, the minute I fall off even slightly, the goal is gone for me. Okay. And I'm I messed up. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from scratch. I need a new goal. I've already messed up and it doesn't matter. So I feel like unless I achieve perfection in achieving my goals, I get very frustrated and I just fall off the wagon completely. So one thing that researchers have shown is that it's really helpful to build in what's called an emergency reserve into your goal setting, or slack is another way of putting it. So let's say I have a goal. I want to go to the gym every single day this month. It's really important and helpful to give yourself, and you're not going soft on yourself, I promise, to give yourself, for example, 3 get out of jail free cards. 3 days where, for whatever reason, it's okay that you didn't go to the gym. You got sick. Maybe you have kids who got sick. You're just not feeling motivated. It doesn't really matter what the reason is. You didn't go to the gym, but the important thing is that you're still on track to achieving your goal, even if you miss those 3 days, because you built them into the system. Okay, and the final thing I'll say about setting the goal is to try to capitalize on a phenomenon known as the fresh start effect. So this is work by my friend Katie Milkman. She's a professor at Wharton at the University of Pennsylvania. So what she's found is that in our lives, we have these big milestone moments where we break from the past and we're entering a new future. Okay, this might be moving across the country. It could be getting a new job. It could be getting married. It could be whatever, okay? But it feels like a big change. And that's a wonderful moment to try to introduce a new set of patterns into your life. In part because, again, you have a break in identity. But 2, it's really easy to introduce new habits when a lot of your environmental circumstances are different. So